KidSuper isn't who you think he is, unless you think he's a genius, which was proven in our podcast episode a few years ago before he was working with Louis Vuitton and On Top of the World. Check it out.
So how quickly do you decide to do something and then try to go out and execute on it?
Like, I'm doing a fashion show in Paris in a month and a half, and I decided like a week ago. And so now it's happening, which has been, my planning abilities have always been last minute since forever. But yeah, this is pretty last minute. So I have to design like a full like 40 look collection in the next 4 weeks, which is pretty hard because of manufacturing and stuff.
Do you prefer that to the alternative of getting like 4 months notice in advance?
I just literally can't. Something about me is like, if I had a year or something, it'd still be down to the last minute. What New York is great at, and I always tell people, is like, makes your goals and dreams tangible, because the person you want to be is living within a 5-mile radius of you. So if you want to be a designer, a actor, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever you want to be, there's a human in New York City that's that person. So it makes it feel possible. So like, oh, I want to be this. Like, you can go run into that person and be like, oh, this is possible. He's doing it, so I can do it. There's a lot of places around the world where it doesn't feel possible because there aren't examples of it. So that's what I really like about New York City. You really feel like you can make it whatever it. And that was a moment I was always super enthusiastic, and seeing it in him, I was like, yeah, being enthusiastic's cool. Like, being the cool kid in the corner that's like not talking to anyone is fucking lame. Like, that isn't like, yeah, maybe that was cool in high school, but that's not going to get you anywhere. Like, 3 months pass and Mac Miller drops Blue Slide Park, which is like an album that the artwork's a painting. And the picture he uses like for the promo for him, he's wearing my hat.
Sick.
And so like within 3 months, my hat's on the homepage of iTunes. And so that was like kind of a magical moment. I was like, fuck, like I'm doing something right. So yeah, from there it all progressed and blah, blah. So shout out to Mac Miller, man.
That's an amazing story, for sure.
Be excited to be where you're at, and don't be afraid to like tell people how like amazing and excited you are about the current situations you're in. Because like, I have a lot of people that come to the store and like, well, like, you can't say no to that. If someone's so enthusiastic, over time you have to accept them in, because you're just like, this dude is just, all he wants is just so happy to be here. So yeah, like maybe the first time it comes off as like aggressive and you're like, what the fuck? But like, that's the person that's gonna...
This dude keeps following me, man. What the hell?
Exactly. And I think at the end, if you're like obviously talented and working hard on whatever else you want to make, but I think enthusiasm's big.